very own hovercraft at home. It's a really simple experiment. All you're going to need for this one is a sports bottle lid, a balloon, a CD and some glue. What you need to do first of all is take the sports bottle lid, put some glue around the outside edge, and stick it very firmly onto the centre of the CD, completely covering the hole in the middle. Make sure you give it long enough for the glue to completely dry. Then blow up your balloon and hold on to the neck. Twist it round a few times so that you can hold it more easily. Then take the neck of the balloon and stretch it over the sports cap. You'll have to be quite careful with this as it is a bit tricky. Once you've done that, you're ready to go. Simply place your hovercraft onto a flat surface, pull the bottle cap into the open position, and watch it go. Wow, look at it go! This works because as the balloon deflates, it pushes air underneath the CD, creating a cushion of high pressure air that lifts the hovercraft. And there we go, that's how you make it. Homemade lava lamp. What you're going to need for this experiment is an empty bottle, a bottle of cooking oil, a small box, a torch, some food dye, some Alka-Seltzer, a funnel and water. First of all, take your water and your funnel and very carefully pour some water into your bottle. You'll need to fill the bottle about a quarter of the way up. Then take your vegetable oil and using the same funnel, pour it into the bottle. You'll see that the oil sits on top of the water. This is because oil is less dense than water. Then take your food dye. For this experiment I've chosen to use blue because it's my favourite colour, but you can use any that you like. And place some food dye inside the bottle. You'll see that it immediately goes straight through the oil and into the water. Then take your Alka-Seltzer, break up one of the tablets and drop them through the neck of the bottle. As they pass through the oil and hit the water, they start to dissolve. The bubbles from the reaction then passes through the oil, carrying the food dye and the water with it, creating coloured bubbles. Isn't that great? If you want to make your lava lamp look really cool, take your light and your box with a small hole cut in the top, and place your bottle on top of it. Once you turn out any other lights and place another Alka-Seltzer inside, you'll see the same reaction happening again, but this time it looks really cool. What's great about this is you can use the same bottle again and again and again. All you have to do is break up another Alka-Seltzer and put it through the neck. And there we have it. That's how you make your very own lava lamp at home, using really simple ingredients.
I don't think that you can have fun just with soda bottles, but you can. So plug the sink because we don't want to waste the water. We're just going to do this over and over. I like to use 1 liter bottles because they're easier to get your hands around. And so you fill them up with water and then you challenge the kids. You say, how fast can you dump out all the water?
How fast can you dump out all that water?
So you try it. Ready?
Oh,
so
good.
how fast can you dump out the water? When you turn it upside down, watch what happens. Air comes in, water comes out. Air comes in, water comes out.
Right.
If you put a hole in here, then the air would come in and the water would push out, and that would go faster. But if you take an average 1 liter bottle, it takes about 8 or 10 seconds for you to dump all the water out. So if you could be tricky, and I know you can, if you could part the waters, if you could have the air and the water kind of go at the same time and go fast, that would be pretty cool.
That'd be great.
So here's the technique that you got to practice. Great toy for the bathtub, all right? So you put your hand on top, do as I do, all right? So put your hand on top, good job, turn it upside down, all right? So now what you're going to do is this, you're going to give a little spinning action like this. So centripetal force, a little spinning action, pull your hand out of the way and watch what you get. Get this beautiful vortex.
Tornado! Oh, that is faster.
Nice. So great, about 4 seconds for the whole bottle.
That is,
so
that's a lot faster.
If you look at it, the air comes up, the water comes down. The air comes up, and so it's an old dishwasher trick. See how that works?
Ah, I see.
See? Now, there was a guy years ago by the name of Craig Burnham, and Craig's in Salem, Massachusetts, who invented this classic science toy called a tornado tube. So he invented this when he was 7 years old, and he didn't have this kind of thing. He was just trying to make an hourglass. So he had 2 bottles, and he had sand, and it didn't work. And like any good man, you had 7 years old, you put the 2 bottles together, and you wrap them with duct tape, and none of that works and everything. And resorted to water in a little washer that was on the top. And the bottom line was that in 1986, he filed for the patent on this thing called a tornado tube, and this became one of the most popular science toys in the whole world. And so there's some things to be able to do with it, but take a look at this. As you look here, notice how the water doesn't move at all because air is in the bottom.
Oh, I see.
Isn't that fun?
So it's
he's
creating a
always
vacuum
said,
block, right?
Yeah, so the air is pushing up, and so he said when you teach teachers to do this, realize that this is what he looked at for a long time. It wasn't until being frustrated that finally there was a little bit of motion there, watch this, and all of a sudden you got your tornado.
Now you're releasing the air.
Yeah, is that kind of fun?
Air goes in, water goes out.
So let me show you some variations that I think that are kind of fun. This was from a 7-year-old years ago who was in one of our science camps, and she said, can you color the air? You can color the water with food coloring, but can you color the air? And she just put a little squirt of Dawn dish soap inside. So now when you spin it like this, take a look at that, you now have this vortex.
Look at
as the water goes down, the bubbles go up, and I thought that was kind of cool.
That is really cool.
My favorite one of all time.
That's just dish soap in there?
Just dish soap. My favorite one of all time is this one here. I'm just using lamp oil. So I went to the department store and got some lamp oil.
Right.
Lamp oil is the secret because it has the same thicknesses as water.
Oil and water don't mix.
You're right. And so now I can tell you that Miss Spangler has every oil known to humankind in the house for us to figure this one out. But watch what happens when we turn it upside down and we spin. Because of the density difference, you now define just the vortex.
Oh,
Isn't that pretty?
that is very cool.
So you just kind of define the vortex in your set.